this Deep Thoughts commentary, I am going to talk about what I learned from Uber and more from the ASI show. Now, I recently returned from the ASI show in Chicago. It was amazing. Started off the time there at the SKUCon conference hosted by commonsku. It was amazing. There's just great creativity there, and I love hanging with those people. They're the movers and shakers of the next generation, and somehow they let old people like me go. I got some cool SKUCon stuff. So that was a great way to start things off. Now, I knew that when I was going to Chicago, I wanted to try Uber. I typically don't have the opportunity to do that. So I was prepared, got the app, got my credit card in. Now, I had to get back and forth from the Virgin Hotel to the convention center a couple times because I needed to do something for one of our supplier partners there on the day SKUCon was happening. So I was planning on using it there, but I also used it coming from O'Hare, the O'Hare Airport, to the Hyatt Regency next to the convention center. And it was like awesome. So throughout the trip, I used it a few times. And during that time, I also talked to a few people who used Airbnb for their hotel lodging. And I, of course, was staying at the somewhat pricey Hyatt Regency there. And I realized that, oh my gosh, Uber is just blowing up the transportation industry just as Airbnb is blowing up the lodging industry, especially for the next generation of buyers. And I thought Uber was fantastic. That the way it worked, you can see the driver, where they are, they get it's unbelievable. And I started to think about how these new technologies and how the changing marketplace is affecting the promotional products industry. And look, it totally is. If we don't think that the existing supplier, distributor, end user relationship is changing, then we need to get new glasses there because it's absolutely changing. I've talked about it for years, and others have talked about it, but we need to be relevant. And I think the days of just selling stuff are over. And that's one of the reasons why I'm focused on Success Fit for Life. We've created a health and wellness program that's hot in this marketplace. It's also tied to an event component that's easy to do. And both of these components are built around the effective use of promotional branded products to carry sponsors' messages and so forth. So it's really something relevant that we can do. And if you want to learn more about that, of course, you can email me, jeff@freepromotips.com. But whatever you do, you need to be relevant and move beyond selling stuff. We've said this for years, but hey, get with the program there. A real world example to illustrate this is one of my clients, a good client with whom I have a great relationship. I used to think relationship was everything, but not so much anymore. Now, this is a young millennial driven company. It's a tech company. They ride around on skateboards and so forth, but they do really well. They bought a lot of goods for me, but I've noticed they were not buying much for their trade shows anymore. And when I was visiting him recently, he said, yeah, we need to get some more stuff. Usually I do is higher end screen printing and just nicer things. But he told me that he's buying signs from China. He's buying certain other products for trade shows from companies online, obviously direct, that specifically do those items. And I'm thinking, hello, yeah, I see it. The market is changing. And so this is a guy I need to go in with a health and wellness program because that's something that they can't buy online, and I will be doing that. So the point is, we need to be relevant in what we're doing with our clients. It's just not the same. And so I encourage you to just think outside the box at what you can do to bring more than just product to clients. And while I was on the road, I do just want to share this. I went back and looked at an article I wrote a while ago called Salute to Industry Heroes. It's in the industry commentary section on freepromotips.com. And I'll tell you, when I was traveling, because after I went to Chicago, I went to another smaller trade show, I went to another trade show, and I'm leaving again for another trade show. This is kind of a little flurry of travel for me, which I'm not used to. But I'll tell you, the airports are challenging, and travel is challenging. We don't realize what our suppliers go through when they shake our hands at an event. We don't realize they've been away from their families for days or perhaps even weeks, and what they've gone through to get there. So I just want to put a big spotlight on that again and thank our industry heroes, these people that are running around, Paul Bellantone being one of them, Tom Gosa. Paul is like traveling everywhere, and he was in Chicago as well. And Gosa, of course, Tom Gosa has him running, and it's another whole thing. That's Success Fit for Life thing. These guys are out active doing stuff, which helps them to be stress-free on the road. Anyway, that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and make it a great day.